Hello and welcome to Eat Good with me, your host, Kirly-Sue. And this show is all about you, the viewers who have requested lots of different recipes via my social media. Today is a raw food recipe that is quick and easy to make and is super delicious. And it's going to have ingredients that I'm sure you probably have in your kitchen already. So we're making a carrot noodle. Did you know that you could use carrots to make noodle? I bet you didn't. A carrot noodle with a peanut and ginger sauce. So to make the carrot noodles, you can make them in the usual way you make noodles, sort of. So I've got this little thing here called a spiralizer. It has different names in different places in the world, but basically it's like a big pencil sharpener and you use the carrot. So I'll show you how you do it. Just move that to the side. You just insert it into the spiralizer, and you just keep turning it. And then you can see that it comes out in long strips, like the noodles you know and love to eat all the time. So there you go. You just do it like that, and you keep going until you've used up all of your carrot. Like that. So we put that to the side. Now, the ingredients for the sauce to go with it. So I've got some that I've done here already. The ingredients for the sauce to go with it are soy sauce, peanut butter, a pinch of paprika, a thumb-sized piece of ginger that you've crushed, 1/3 cup of cashew nuts, or you can switch it out for any of your favorite nuts instead, some lime juice, some coconut milk, red and yellow bell pepper chopped up, and some coriander to garnish, and some garlic as well. So all you're going to do with these is basically put these all in and stir them around. So you have your soy sauce, peanut butter. You can use peanut butter, or you can also use almond butter as well, or basically any nut butter. Pinch of paprika. Ginger, I love ginger. It gives it a nice little kick, and ginger is so good for you. It's anti-inflammatory and all of that. Garlic, lemon juice, or lime juice. Either lemon or lime, either one is perfectly fine. Then your chopped up peppers and your coconut milk. Got to have coconut milk, doesn't taste great. I love coconut milk in almost everything. Put that there. And our cashew nuts, or whichever nuts you like. So we're going to use this in a moment. So you just stir that round. You're going to give it a good stir, because you want to make sure the peanut butter incorporates into all of the dish. So you give it a good stir around. It smells so lovely. I look forward to the day when television has a smell-o-vision, so you can smell all these wonderful flavors, all these wonderful ingredients when they're combined, how they are just so delicious. So give it a good stir. Might need to give it a little elbow grease to go along. And you can, if you don't want to use carrot, you can use courgette or similar, or cucumber, any of those. Courgette, some people call it zucchini, same thing. Yeah, or any vegetable that looks like that, and spiralize it. So yeah, we've given it a good stir. So if we're just doing it home style, then we'd now put it on the plate, turn it out like that. We have our dish. In no time at all, rich in nutrients, and it's also in protein as well. So let me just spread it out and just give it a sprinkle of chopped coriander or cilantro, some people call it. And that is our dish. Now, if you were doing this for a special occasion, I would do it slightly different. So we're going to make, but I'm going to show you, if you wanted to make it look a bit more restaurant style, this is how you do it. So we got all the ingredients. Let's pop that in. And this is something is kind of a good base that you can kind of add your favorite ingredients to suit your personal taste. You don't have to stick to the exact recipe. I think that recipes are an inspiration for you to kind of become more creative and your own. But this is kind of the basics. And then once you've mastered this, then you can get super creative in the kitchen. So our lime or lemon juice, garlic, ginger. No, these are all really lovely, tasty, healthy foods that are so you, but they taste good. Sometimes people think if something's healthy, it's going to taste terrible. Well, that's usually if you can't cook, that's the situation. But we're all cooking together here, so we know. Right. Put in our nuts, give it a good stir. I think we don't eat with our eyes, or with our mouths, we eat with our eyes as well. So I think food look tasty as well. So it's about flavor, and I think it's also presentation. So I think it's nice to have color, flavor, texture, all of that. Because vegan food still has this reputation. It's vegan food, it doesn't taste nice, it hasn't got much flavor. If you don't cook anything well, it won't have much flavor, but if you cook it and improvise and add your favorite flavors, it will be super delicious. So just make sure our peanut butter is incorporated properly. There we go. So now we're going to be a bit more careful in how we want. All right. So want to come around in a semicircle, then I have to clean it up to have it like a ring. So we might not use all of this. We can actually do portions out of this, like that, and that there. So this, if you want to make it a bit more special. All right, and don't worry if you spill some. That's why we have cloths to clean up. So once you've got on the plate, put that to the side, then you need to clean up. Clean around the plate so it looks nice and clean and tidy. That. There we go. It looks like, so then you're going to make a space in the middle like that, so it looks like a ring on there, so you can see there. And then clean out the middle. There we go. And then what we're going to do now is, you get my, is using, we've got some basil here. We decorate it so it looks kind of like a wreath style. So you can use basil or green leafy vegetable of yours. So whichever green you like, but I'm using basil today. You can use cilantro, you can use parsley, whatever you like. It's fine. So we do that there. And like that. Then I think we can do one more. If you haven't got tweezers, you could just use a steady hand. That's fine. I just like to use the tweezers because it's easy to get it in an exact position. I think we need to get rid of that. Yeah, there we go. And then we're going to use some cherry tomatoes. These are a little big, so Just place them strategically like that. So it comes around like this. I think we need one more and I think we're done. There. Yeah. Here we go. And just check to make sure it looks clean everywhere. And I think a little bit of yellow diced pepper, because it always looks good when you have a nice pop of color and all the dip colors incorporated as well. So we just put a little bit of yellow on it, and then we are good to go. Yes, there we are. And our dish, our carrot noodle dish with a nut and ginger sauce. Now all there's left to do is to taste. So let me have a taste. In the other one. So this is our home style version, and this is our, if you want to be a bit more Fadron style version. Right, so let me just get a mouthful. Whoever said vegan food can't taste good is a liar, because this tastes really delicious. You've got your peanut butter with a kick of ginger, but it's not like fiery, there's just a hum of ginger, so it tastes really nice. And it cuts through nicely with the fresh coriander or cilantro, whichever you want to call it. And it all incorporates nice. It's a light dish, but it's filling at the same time. So that is our carrot noodle dish with a ginger and peanut sauce. Lovely. So if you have a request vegan dish, all you have to do is go to my social media and send in, and I'll be more than happy to request something just for you. And this is where you will find me on social media. Don't forget, for more programs just like this one, go to Hope Channel Southeast Asia or follow them on hopetv.asia.
As we know, a vegan diet is completely consistent with what the Bible teaches us to eat in our lives. And after God created the humans, He did not tell us to eat any animal products. Actually, there are so many people in the world who are vegetarian or vegans, and they even practice in their life. They eat only fruit and vegetables, but they are even more healthier than the people who eat meat. Switching from a meat eater to a vegetarian or vegan is actually not easy for us. First, I didn't eat any meat in my high school for 3 years, but it doesn't mean that I am a vegetarian because there is no meat in my tables. That's why I have no choice to eat vegetable and fruits. But if there is meat on my table, probably I will choose to eat. So that's why there are so many temptations in our life of eating meat. So first, if we want to be a vegan or vegetarian, we should have a determination to change our life. That's why we can refuse the temptations in our lives and make our life more better and maintain a healthy body.
We've now come to the part in the show where I answer your viewer question. And today's question is actually my most asked question, this popular one. And that question is, how do I transition eating meat and fish to becoming a vegan? Most things in life that are important usually are quite slowly. There are some people who say, right, as from today, gonna eat any meat, fish, dairy, eggs, or honey ever again. But that is quite a difficult transition to do. Some people do it, amazing that they do it, but I wouldn't necessarily recommend that. I can do it if you can, that's great, but I think an easier way to do it is to slowly. So what I would do first of all is look at what you eat in a day. Keep it for a week or 2 weeks, just writing down whatever you eat, meat, fish, everything, and keep going and write down all of the stuff that you already eat. You've done that, go back and look at what you eat and how much of it to be vegan that you already eat. Because some people say, oh no, I don't eat vegan. Yes, but if you eat vegetables, that's vegan. If you drink water, that's vegan. If you eat, that's vegan. So look at what you already eat that is vegan, because sometimes the only component in a meal that is not vegan can be just one thing. So that meal, switch out one thing and that's it, that meal is vegan. So you keep your diary first of all. Then I would start with one meal, maybe breakfast or lunch or dinner, any of those. If that's too difficult to start with, just think of, so think of, first of all, vegan snacks that you can eat. Whichever eating, switch it out for different vegan snacks and try that for a week or two, and then move on to a main meal, be either your lunch, or maybe it's easier to just do breakfast. But as you're doing it, keeping a diary of all the vegan things you've tried that you really like, because it's going to come in handy once you've made that full transition. Because what you're now building up is of recipes for yourself to use once you've made the full transition. So you can do this over a period of months or weeks, whichever works best for you. I would truly recommend that, and that I think is the easy. But if you have a way that you've tried and you think it's easier, please feel free on social media and let me know. But in my experience of helping people to make the decision to becoming a vegan, this way where you do it slowly has worked really well. And fun fact, some people don't actually know what it is. So a vegan is somebody who eats no meat, fish, eggs, or honey, nothing with a face or parents. And another question that I'm asked that kind of goes with this is, make a transition to being vegan, will I feel full? Meat in the body is much heavier than non-meat dishes. So it's about transitioning so your body gets used to a new way of eating. So this, I say, you have to do it over a period of time, but it's also a mindset. You have to come to this with a positive mindset, right? Saying, thinking to myself, yes, this is something I want to do, and I want to make sure I do it well, and I'm going to keep going no matter what. You may fall off the wagon, you may, slip up and occasionally have something that you didn't want to have. Doesn't matter, keep going and move forward and think positive, and I'm sure your vegan experience will be absolutely great. And don't forget to add the seasonings that you like to your vegan dish that are unique to you and your culture, and you will enjoy, I'm sure.